Hello there.
Hello there indeed. Welcome, everyone. We're going to be playing some Skywalker Saga, and we're going to be doing a little bit of a Kenobi review. Be careful, this is going to have spoilers. So go watch it.
You're kidding, right?
My non-spoiler review is that it kicks ass and you should go watch it. But yeah, no, if you're still on the fence, go watch it. But if you haven't watched it, I would click off this video now because I'm gonna get into spoilers. But all that being said, let's begin. I think let's start with the obvious. Let's start with the characters, you know. I feel like the characters is a good place to start. So, obviously, Ewan McGregor is back as Obi-Wan Kenobi, and yeah, he's doing a great job as always. You know, he's a fantastic actor. No one should be surprised that Ewan McGregor is doing a good job in acting. You know, that's like saying, oh, grass is green, and Shaq is tall, you know? Like, obviously. So, everyone knows that he's gonna be really great. What might not be so obvious is that, all the other characters are actually quite good, you know? There's been a lot of talk about, like, oh, are some of the new characters any good? And I'm of the opinion that they were. I liked Reva. I liked oh, can I not change characters? Okay, let me change characters real quick. But yeah. I liked Reva. I liked young Princess Leia. I thought she did a great job. Uncle Owen, Aunt Beru, very good. Young Luke was fine for the small amount of time that we got with him, but, you know. I'm glad we did get to see him. I wasn't the biggest fan of the Inquisitors because, you know, they really changed the performances from how they were in the shows. But, like, you know, it's not like I was that big of a fan of Rebels either, so I mean it's fine. Like I really don't mind that they changed them up a little bit. The only one that I was really sad about was the Grand Inquisitor. I predicted as much. I was like, I knew I wasn't gonna like it because Jason Isaacs is a really good actor. But, you know, they changed him. They didn't bring him back. And, yeah, it wasn't as good as it could have been. In regards to that. But, you know, what are you gonna do? He was busy doing that Good Sam show, which kind of pissed me off because it got canceled anyway. So it's like, wow, he missed out on being in a really good show. For a show that got canceled after one season. So that's really annoying. But what can you do? Really? But, you know.
I'm always coming across stuff like this in Jackson.
Oh, fuck. God. Rupert Friend did a decent job. For, you know, for what it was, he did a perfectly serviceable job. I'm kind of glad they sort of got rid of him, like halfway through. Like 2 episodes in, they got rid of him. I am a little bit glad about that, so we didn't have to sit through it and it wouldn't be as memorable or noticeable, I guess. But, you know, I just would have preferred it if Jason Isaacs was there. Because he doesn't even really fight or do any action scenes or anything, you know? So if they're worried about, like, oh, is he gonna do action scenes and stuff like that? Yeah, I get he's old, but, you know, like, come on. He wasn't even gonna do any action scenes, but whatever, you know. Quit harping on and on about it. What else? Flea did a very good job. It was kind of funny to see, you know, a member of the Chili Peppers, given that he did say, you know, Alderon's not far away, it's Californication. That is kind of funny that he was on Alderaan, so that is a little bit funny. Yeah, but he's he did a decent job. I sort of definitely enjoyed it. They killed him off really fast, which was kind of whatever, but like he kind of served his purpose. Jimmy Smits did a good job. The lady they got to do, Queen Brea, did a good job. Who else? I think that's most of the character. Oh, Tala. Tala did a good job as well. I liked her. And oh yeah, Hayden Christensen. He did a good job. Yeah, as Darth Vader, of course, and as Anakin. I would have preferred if they had de-aged him a little bit in the scenes where he was supposed to be young, but I get it. And that last scene with Darth Vader gave me chills. James Earl Jones, they brought him back and they did a little like AI voice thing. It sounds so good. Like it legit sounds super good. And I was genuinely quite impressed that it sounded so good. But, you know, they've been working on the AI voice things, and it's been very, very, very impressive. Yeah, so I was very impressed with that. He gave a good performance, and the AI thing did a good job. After that, it was, you know, like, I think it's going to be hard to top if they want to bring back Darth Vader. I think it's going to be really hard to top what we got with Kenobi. I think he did a very good job. Let's see, what else? The plot. I really, really liked the setup for the plot. The whole idea of of Obi-Wan going to go save Leia, I really didn't expect that. I thought it would be baby Luke who needed help. So I was pleasantly surprised. And yeah, I was glad that little baby Leia was there, because I feel like she did a very good job. I feel like they played off each other super duper well, and that made me really happy to see how well they played off each other. And yeah, and it made me really happy to see how afraid of Darth Vader Obi-Wan was, because Darth Vader is a fucking terrifying creature. He's absolutely just horrifying. Like, any normal person would be absolutely terrified to see him. And I sure was. You know, he did some real spooky stuff. And it made a lot of sense that Vader was going to be making some bad decisions, you know? Like in Episode 6, when he's like, nah, screw the path, I just want to go deal with Kenobi. That makes a lot of sense, because that is what Vader is feeling. You know, if somebody chopped off all my arms and legs and then lit me on fire, you know, I'd be pretty pissed about it. So it made a lot of sense. And then he, Reva was trying to kill Darth Vader. It made a lot of sense, to be honest. And it made a lot of sense that all the Inquisitors would sort of be dismissive of her, because she's like the youngest of them, and she was just a youngling when they sort of when she like that was all her Jedi experience. You know, she wasn't like a full-blown... There was a full-blown Jedi Master among the Inquisitors. He died super quick, but, you know, still, he was like, again, a full-blown Jedi Master. The Miraluka one. Yeah, Prosit Dibs. Forget what his number was. I think he's the 10th brother? Yeah. He was a full-blown Jedi Master. So, of course, a youngling, they're going to be dismissive of her. And honestly, I don't understand why... Or, alright, I do understand why people dislike her, but, like, there was so much, like, racist hate towards, Moses Ingram. And it... Oh my god, it makes me so mad. Star Wars fans don't be racist challenge is really, really all I gotta say about it, you know? Because it's such a problem. Or don't be racist and don't be sexist. I think, yeah, like, the sexism and the racism in the Star Wars community is a fucking awful thing. And I'm really glad that, Disney, and especially Ewan McGregor, said, hey, don't be racist.
I can use this.
Yeah, it was, you know, it was at least good to see them taking a stand and being like, no, you're not a real Star Wars fan if you're being racist and sexist, because Star Wars is not for everyone. I'll say it out loud. It is not for everyone. Star Wars is inclusive of people of all, you know, creeds and religions, but they're not accepting of racists and sexists, and I agree with that. That is absolutely a stance that I agree with, and I will die on that hill. And I'm glad that Disney will too. It was really good to hear, it was really good for them to, you know, like, take a stand about that, and then, you know, they did some, good work making sure that, little baby Luke didn't get hate. Because he's just a kid. And Lucasfilm, when it was under 20th Century Fox, didn't do that for Jake Lloyd and Ahmed Best, and it really messed them up. They got a lot of hate. Undeserved hate, I would say. You know, like, they were just... Say what you will about the movies, you know, I'm not the biggest prequel fan, but, you know, it's not their fault. Like, they were just trying to do a good job, and do what the director told them to do. You know? So they didn't deserve all that hate, and, you know, yeah. So I'm glad that they sort of stuck up for little baby Luke, because yeah, that kid did not deserve the mountain of hate that Star Wars fans are capable of giving. What else do I want to talk about? I guess we should talk about,
Hello there.
oh, the effects. They didn't really try to de-age Hayden Christensen, and I would say that that is to the detriment, because especially if they're going to use a young, Anakin, like, especially if he's supposed to be, like, Attack of the Clones age Anakin, you know, maybe they should just de-age him a little bit, because it looks like they got him, it looks like it was him right before they went to go to Padme's house, so it's like, you know, like, how are they gonna, have him look like that, look like he does now, when he's supposed to be, like, literally 19 years old. He does not play a 19-year-old as well, but he looks better in the Order 66 flashback. He looks a lot better there. By the way, it was very cool to see Order 66. I was very into that. It was a very good flashback. Yeah, it was a good flashback. It was, yeah. And the ending. Oh my god, the ending of the show. I forgot to talk about that when we were in the plot segment, but oh my god, the ending is so perfect. Yeah. Just the, you know, the hello there to Luke. Of course. They had to do it. Like, let's not even act like there was a universe in which that wasn't going to happen. 'Cause it absolutely had to. And I'm glad it did, you know? It's a good line. It's a good meme. You know? So he said it. He said the line. It was great. We all loved it. And, yeah. That was very, very, pleasant to hear. And the, another line that was really good from that last episode was when Anakin says, no, it's not your failure. You didn't kill Anakin Skywalker. I did. And when it ties into him being like, alright, my friend is actually dead, and, you know, I'm just gonna call you Darth now because that's what you are. You've allowed the Sith to sort of become your identity, and my friend really is dead. And that's why he tells Luke, no, your father is dead, and Darth Vader killed him. I think that does make a lot of sense. So, I appreciated that, to be honest. I thought it was... everything ties together. I appreciated that the whole show is kind of an explanation for the plot hole in... Or I would say it's not even really a plot hole, but, like, for why Leia names her son Ben, right? Because, like, in A New Hope, she doesn't really see Obi-Wan. She doesn't really even... She doesn't say a word to him, actually. But it's nice for them to actually interact. And it was very, very heartwarming to see how much Obi-Wan cared for Leia. Because we saw a lot of it with Luke, but we didn't see too much of it with Leia. And I'm glad that they did that, you know? And, you know, the way they interacted was very sweet. It made me very, very happy to see Obi-Wan care for Anakin's children. And when he was like, oh, I wish I could tell you that I'm your father, but, you know, your father is actually, you know, the most powerful Jedi killer there ever was, with the highest body count ever. Yeah, you know. Yeah, I understand why you didn't tell her. Oh wait, I've already gotten this one. Whatever. But yeah. It was good to it was definitely good to see that. And yeah, I would say this is the best live action Star Wars show. I think overall, you know, effects, action, choreography, just all of it, I would say it's quite fantastic. And it is sad that it is, you know, only like a 6-episode miniseries. I don't think they're going to do a sequel to it, and nor should they. You know, some things need finality, and I don't think there's any way that you could really extend this show, because Obi-Wan's gotta do boring shit, you know? He's gotta train his mind and become a Force Ghost. He's gotta learn his Force Ghost training. So, if he is, you know, doing action shit all the time, it's gonna make no sense as to why he wasn't, like, discovered or whatever. But this leaves, like, a nice little bow on it, and it's, yeah, it's nice and wrapped up, and I'm glad that we got the experience. I was looking forward to it for a very, 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 very long time, you know, knowing that they were going to sort of do that. Like, from the minute I heard about it, I was very excited about it, so I'm glad that it happened, and I'm glad that I'm not glad that it's over, but I am glad that it had a good ending, and it makes sense, and it's all sort of tied together. Yeah. But yeah, that's sort of my thoughts and feelings about this really good show. I'm gonna reiterate, please go watch it. It's really good. You know, you won't regret it. I genuinely think you won't regret it. Overall, I would give it like a 9 out of 10? 8 out of 10? I'm trying to think, because what would I give The Mandalorian Season 1 and Season 2? And then Book of Boba Fett. I would give Book of Boba Fett a 6.5. I would give Mandalorian Season 1 a 7. I would give Mandalorian Season 2 an 8. I would give this a 9. It is very solid, and you will not be disappointed. So, yeah.
You see that
That's about it.